All right, welcome to the What More Can I Say podcast. This is episode, what is it, Ryder? 148. Welcome to it. I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone. Shout out to my mom who tells me every time I do the pod, I look sleepy. Thanks, Mom. It's because we are recording early, Mom. And it's the day I record. It's right before I get my hair cut. So to my mom, I'm sorry if I'm embarrassing our family. All right. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Introduce the other members of the pod. She is First Lady of the pod. She's fluffy and fine. She is Kiki. What's up?
Hey,
woo,
friends.
Woo, yes. Woo, woo, woo. I want to get in on it.
Woo,
Yeah, woo.
Hey.
Woo, woo.
Thank you, Zach. I mean, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to start doing it. It looks fun.
It does.
You should.
Get some now.
Woo, woo, woo.
How did we get to this?
Hey, Kiki, what's up?
Hey, friends.
How
What's
you
going
doing?
on? Y'all good?
Yeah, we good.
It's been a tough couple days for y'all in the comments.
Oh,
Everybody
my.
all right?
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Just happy we made it here for another episode.
Man, getting dragged.
Oh, my God. And my little brother that was my partner and getting dragged in the comments was having his act book. Woo, woo.
I'm going to tell you, if comments was bullets, I'd be dead.
Baby.
Because they let off a full clip.
Ooh.
Full clip.
Man.
Ooh.
And speaking of clips, y'all have to watch more than the clips. So make sure you watch the clip and then get context by watching the whole pod. And once you watch the pod, make sure you thumbs up the pod wherever you at. You watch it on any platform, hit a thumb up so you let people know you like it. That gets more people involved. So before you go just shooting off crazy, you got to get context. Am I wrong or right, Kiki?
No, you are right. You are absolutely right.
They don't give a damn about no context. Not in these
They
clips.
don't. They don't. You know, I'm talking to a deadbeat and a triggered man. And
Yes.
Which one was I? I don't know which one we were.
Well,
I could never figure it out.
Everything.
Yeah, it
I was
went
both.
over. Yeah.
I was everything. Yeah.
I didn't understand it. But look, ladies, because I've practiced this speech that I've been waiting to get this one off. I practiced it.
Okay.
Ladies, I want to tell you, first of all, that just because you have a baby
There you go. does
not mean that you're always right. I promise you, it doesn't. It's we appreciate childbirth and the miracle that childbirth is. But just because you have a baby doesn't mean that you're always right. Every time a relationship breaks up when you have a kid, it's not always the guy leaving the family. Sometimes the relationship just fractures because of you. It's because of you, but you have to learn how to be parents. It's okay. It's okay. So all the ladies that think that you are 100% right, and you think 100 out of 100 times when a man leaves the home after there's a child, it's always the man's fault, this will never make sense to you because you're just an illogical human being. Now, I want to get this part off. Me and Zach were talking about, I'm not going to tell you how to be women. God damn it, you're not going to tell me and Zach how to be men.
Come on now.
You have to understand what we were saying. We appreciate Russell Wilson stepping up and being a dad. That's the thing we think that was really cool, right? We think that's really cool. But what I wanted to tell you is that
Talk to him, Tom.
No, I'm not going no, what I want to tell you is that
We listening.
we're talking about the beginning of the relationship is what Zach and I are referring to. We're talking about the beginning of it. We're saying, hey, guys, this is something that you have to do. We have after later on. What Russell was doing, he stepped in right away and led the charge like, yo, wear my jersey. I'm going to push the cart. I'm going to be all in. That's fine. But Sierra got lucky. Every man that you meet after you stop messing with your baby daddy might not be Russell Wilson. And I'm going to bet 90 to 80 to 70% of the time it's not going to happen. Perfect example, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. You stood up here, you would love Pete Davidson and what he was doing.
He had North. You remember he had North one of the babies in his lap driving the car?
Yeah. And and what happened? That caused him to get destroyed by Kanye West. I wonder how Pete Davidson feels after doing all of that stuff and having unnecessary beef with Kanye, like, for what? For a woman that he not gonna be with. And then, I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of people that don't remember their stepfathers.
Right.
It just
Okay.
or the boyfriend. I'm done.
Now I'm trying to figure out how Pete got in this.
I don't know.
It's an example though. It's an example. She got with Pete after she got with Kanye,
Yeah, okay.
and pulled the same thing Sierra did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this could work out.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Now it's going. How many? Now it's Odell, allegedly Odell.
But what that got to do with you wanting to smack Russell Wilson in the face? Is what your direct quote was last.
No,
week.
because I feel like when you do that as early on, like they had just started dating, and you got my son with your jersey on, bro. You playing with me? There's a way men are supposed to handle that situation.
Okay.
Like I don't have beef. Like let's say if I was Future, let's just say.
Yes.
I have no beef with you being with my girl, with my ex. I have no beef, but we have to have mutual respect to each other. I'm never going to have disrespect towards you. You shouldn't have no disrespect towards me. You should ease yourself into it.
Right.
You should ease yourself in. It's just the way you're supposed to do things. You don't. It's just a way. It's definitely a way to handle it. And I've seen it handled in my personal life. I've seen it handled wrong. And I've seen it handled extremely right.
Okay.
Extremely right. Where a guy was like, hey, man, look, bro, what's going on, man? How, you got to be, I'm just here, to be here when you not here, bro. And man, when I'm around her, I'm around her, he lets me have my moments with her.
Right.
He lets me have my moments. He doesn't like try to over daddy when I'm around. He like, yo, hey, man, how your moments? It's such a beautiful understanding. It's never no slick little stuff said to me. Then I had another situation where they trying to say little slick stuff to me and talk and say little things. And men, we know, just like women, when women are trying to slide one at you, they're trying to play with you. And then and you like, all right, man, do I ruin this whole moment by snapping on this dude, or do I just let him slide? Now I said, I've had boyfriends send me stuff on Facebook. Yeah, I'm with your child more than you. Pictures and stuff, all type of little goofy stuff.
That's
I'm like,
referring to.
But Russell hasn't done any of that we
he
know
did
of.
He by putting that jersey on.
Hold on, y'all.
Go ahead,
because I caught most of the bullets.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, go crazy. I'm sorry.
So,
I took over 7 minutes of the podcast.
What I do want to say is this.
Yes.
Okay, let's just start off here. James Brown, I think James Brown said. We gotta start with James Brown. James Brown said this is a man's world.
Uh-oh.
Okay, right.
But
can I leave? Can I go?
Hold on.
Let me finish. Go.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Now I'm not saying I agree with that.
Oh,
What does that have
I'm
to
not
do
saying
with
I
I
agree
got
with that. I don't know if it's a man's world, but I do know it's a black woman's internet. And the
please.
point is,
Oh, please.
Oh man.
when I was talking and I was looking at the comments and I was watching people, I said they are going in. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. I mean, long paragraphs, Tone.
Yeah, it was.
Long paragraphs.
Ooh.
I got called a hater, a deadbeat dad, and I want to see women suffer. And I thought about it. I had to sit back and think. I said, why is this making women so upset? And there it is. I don't know Future. You don't know Future. You don't know Sierra or Russell. But all these people represent things in people's lives. So let's break it down. We have to reverse engineer this
Come on now.
to get to it.
Uh-oh.
So here we go.
I ain't never heard you say reverse
Sierra represents a lot of women who are single with child who were done wrong.
Okay.
Future represents said man who they believe, whether right or wrong, has done them wrong. And Russell represents the savior to come and save the situation and the happy ending. So when you talk bad about Russell Wilson or you have any comment towards Russell Wilson, it's not about Russell. It's about you're ruining this woman's happy ending that she wants for herself. So so ladies, I understand why I'm a hater, I'm a deadbeat dad and all of this to you guys because I had to think about it. Okay? I had to think about it. But I must say, I got notes. What's my
Come
next
on,
note?
you
What's my
did. I
next
mean,
note?
you did good.
I did.
You memorized that whole first part.
No, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. So,
You
okay.
memorized it like a
So-
script. Come on. Baby, Tyler Perry ain't got nothing on you. You better give it to him in your
Okay.
summer
That
jacket.
was cold. That
Okay.
was cold.
Yes. He was looking out the corner of his eye
Okay.
like, am I doing good?
So
you
now,
doing good?
so now
You
I have to
doing
say
good?
this. Now my next point is this. That's funny. My next point is this: that you know what I'm saying. So I got a lot of backlash for being like a hater and all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I want y'all to know that where I feel like when I watch the clip, and I can be completely honest, from the way Kiki set me up with the Kiki, yeah, it's Kiki's fault.
Yeah.
From the way Kiki set me up with the question without the context, I was speaking just how Sierra represents a single mother in that situation.
Mhm.
I was speaking for that response was for the fathers because it triggered something in me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was speaking for the fathers who try to be in their kids' life who get pushed out, and the stepdad that does too much, the one that Tone was just talking about. Now that wasn't against him. So now Russell is getting unnecessary bullets from me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And it looks like I'm hating on Russell. When meanwhile I don't know Russell, and I've been Russell.
He's
you know what I'm saying?
He's still
Tone,
Zach.
I get that.
Okay.
I get that.
Okay.
I get that. I'm not saying he didn't, but you
Okay.
got to understand what it represents
Okay.
and what I was actually defending.
Okay.
And here's what I'm trying to say, and this is where I'm gonna put my hater coat right back on.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And I'm gonna say this,
Am I gonna run out of here?
huh?
Am I gonna run?
Nah, you might not run out of here, but it's just the truth, man.
Oh shit.
This is what I said, and this is what it is,
Uh-huh.
and this is the hate part.
Okay.
I was hating, and then this is some hate. Russell has been idealized as the perfect stepdad, like the perfect man. Okay? Now, what I'm trying to say is, for example, I know men who have stepped in some serious situations. Like, okay, I know one of my homegirls, her mother was on drugs, ended up being on drugs. It was 4 of them. The man stepped up, adopted 4 children so the kids wouldn't go into the system because there was nobody else to take care of them. That should be an ideal stepdad. But let me tell you something. It ain't that, I'm just going to say it. It ain't that hard wifing fine-ass Sierra. Okay?
Huh?
It ain't that hard wifing fine-ass Sierra. Because the comments was like, oh, he don't have to be there. He don't have to. If he wants to be with Sierra, he does have to be there. Because what woman in their right mind is going to be with a man that doesn't accept their children?
Yeah, that's true.
They're not.
Y'all
They're
stressing me
not.
out.
I want to hear. I want to
stressing
hear what
me
you had to
out.
say, Kiki. But
I
what-
was with you when you was reading your script, baby. When you
I
got,
got
off
off
the
of it.
script, and now you done lost me.
No, but I'm
okay?
saying,
because
do you-
first of all,
Can I
how
give you
did
an
I
example?
set
He doesn't
you up?
know.
I don't know. I need to know how I set you up because the problem is y'all don't like Russell Wilson.
No, I have
No, I
nothing
don't
to
have
do
no
What
problem
it
with
is.
Can I
Russell
give the
Wilson.
script?
Y'all don't like
Yes,
him.
no,
So
that's
this is
not
what.
it.
Can I give you an example?
I
Please
disagree.
give me an example because your
let me bring it
last
home.
example ain't make no sense.
Okay,
so
let me
come
get it. All right, let's say who plays spades in here?
on. Me.
Okay.
Yes.
Who
I'm
you play
okay.
spades?
I
I'm
play
okay.
spades.
You play spades.
I'm
Do you
okay.
understand the concept of
Yes,
the
I
game?
do.
Okay. It's like this.
Damn.
Please.
Let's say we playing spades, right?
Yes.
You get 4 aces in all the major and the rest spades, and
Okay.
you run a Boston. But your hand was 4 aces and the rest spades.
Zach.
And everybody be like, whoa, Kiki, the coldest spades player in the world. Woo, I need a Kiki spade playing partner prayer. No, Kiki got a good hand. You know, anybody who plays spades somewhat could Boston with a hand that good.
No.
So what I'm saying is, dude,
Ooh, he grabbed that one from way.
And it still ain't.
I
need you to hit
see
him
where
with
he's
it.
where
at. I
it's
see
coming?
where, but
No.
what I'm trying to say
no.
is,
it's Sierra.
It's
Sierra and Russell.
She's
It's
never
it's
having a hard time dating. No man is looking at like, you think Russell was really sitting back like, I don't know, man. It's Sierra. No, Sierra's one of the most beautiful women in the world. And Russell did what he's supposed to do.
I got.
He stepped
I
up
got
and did his
something.
thing.
Ooh, I gotta write this down. I got.
But you can't.
Mm.
But when we seeing it, we like, man, it's real fathers out here trying to see their children,
Mm-hmm.
working hard,
Mm-hmm.
and doing their thing. I don't even know what the fuck.
Go ahead,
I don't-
Kiki. Jump in there. 'cause
I know you don't.
He dying out. He
And
dying
y'all
out.
fighting- Y'all are fighting for y'all life in here, and I don't want y'all to go out.
Fucking life. Y'all killing me with this.
They charging us.
Y'all killing me
They
with this.
charging us for water and grapes.
This is not making no sense, but like y'all are really fighting. Like, and I want to be there to help you, but I can't with these points because they're crazy.
Can you say this though?
What?
Can we say this?
What?
One, can we just all agree that Sierra was lucky in this aspect?
Russell was lucky.
No, they both were.
Oh my God.
Because they found. You got to think about it. Sierra literally started dating again and found the man that was going to marry her. That some of y'all been dating for a decade and can't find nobody to marry you by yourself.
Facts.
He found somebody with a kid.
Yes.
Now we also have to give Sierra credit, and a lot of y'all ladies. Let me go ahead and say this. It's because again, just because you gave birth doesn't mean that you are a wife. It does not mean Sierra was ready to be a wife. That's what happened. If you look at it, Kiki. If you look at it, she chose Future. Obviously thought she could change him because she saw all of the things that happened before her. She obviously was ready to be a wife and thought Future would see her as a wife, and he didn't. And the next dude got with her, and she was like, he like, oh, this a wife. Mm-hmm. This a wife, and I'm locking whatever you say because he wanted to lock her in. You know, goddamn well that you got friends that had babies that ain't even thinking about being a wife. They ain't even thinking about it. They thinking about how I'm gonna drop that kid off so I could go do what I gotta do.
Again,
it's just, and I think that's where a lot of people get mixed in with the comments. Like you said, they seeing themselves in these different situations. But again, to me, at Zach's point, we don't hate Russell Wilson.
I have nothing against Russell.
We hate what he did.
Y'all hate what he represents?
I don't hate what he represents.
I hate what he did early in the
I'm not falling
relationship.
for the
You
baby.
don't do that. You don't do that early in the relationship.
No, I don't hate Russell.
I don't hate what he did early in the relationship.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I feel like he gets a lot of praise for
doing what he's doing, which is being a great husband and a great father. You don't like to see him get no praise.
That's not the part. It's not the being a husband and great father. It's a lot of people who are great husbands and great fathers. LeBron James is a great husband and great father.
Okay.
We love LeBron. Have anybody ever said anything bad about LeBron James? Or do we big him up? You know what I'm saying?
So why are you so mad at Russell?
It's not.
He didn't handle the situation early the right way.
Okay, so your reason is clear. Yours is still not clear. You don't like him because Sierra let him embrace her son too early. Because at the end of the day, she's the mother. Yeah. She's the one in a relationship with Future, not Russell. Russell is just an innocent party who's there to pick up the pieces that Future is leaving on the ground. Y'all don't never want to address what Future did. We've been talking for 25 minutes and y'all ain't said nothing about Future yet. Everything is about Russell. Russell is the issue. Still.
No, I'm just saying he handled it. What is Russell's issue? He handled it, but he's not handling it well. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'll give you another example. It's easy to look at Tone Capone as a deadbeat daddy when it first started. It was easy. And the stepfather literally told my daughter, never let her mama know that, I was a sperm donor and I did this and I did that. And my daughter came back arguing with me. We was having one of our moments. Yeah. And she spit that back out at me. I said, that is a effing lie. Okay. Ask your mama. Mm-hmm. Ask your mama. Your mama, that ring, ask her what a ring at when I asked her to marry me. Now, did I make mistakes? 1,000%. 1,000%. But that ain't it.
Yeah.
But that ain't it. And all that dude did was try to defame me all the time. Try to say stuff. And you know where he at now? Not mad at my baby mama, that started a whole nother family. Don't even talk to my daughter, and he helped raise my daughter. Okay, and I've been here the whole time. Like I said, stepfathers disappear.
Yes, they do.
Stepfathers disappear, so you can't. My thing is this: as a person unless you have an abusive issue, you have a guy that does not want to be involved. He like, you know what? Middle finger to everybody. I told you not to have a kid. But if you have a guy that all you are is mad at him because he cheated on you, all you are is mad at him because y'all couldn't get along, and then you all of a sudden get into another relationship and try to alienate him, that's not right. Right. Because those two reasons, which is a lot of the times women are hurt because dudes have cheated on them, they punish them for 18 years of the relationship. That ain't right. Just because y'all didn't work out don't mean that you can't co-parent and respect the fact that you had a baby with this man. Because I don't care how much stepdaddying that dude does. Like it said, well, I'm gonna take today. I forgot to take mine.
Oh,
the
God.
23andMe.
Oh Lord, why you?
The 23andMe, Jack.
Yes,
You can't run from your DNA.
Right.
Ain't nobody asking you if your stepdaddy got diabetes.
This is true.
And heart issues.
Tone, you make such a good point.
Thank
Your
you.
point is so valid, but it's just not for Russell Wilson.
Okay.
I don't know.
And here's-
Let me finish.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
bro.
know who that's for.
Cut you
But it's not, because I need to speak. It's not, I don't know who that's for, but it's not for Russell. Because
'Cause
from
she
what
got
we
lucky.
have seen, but you're giving Russell all this smoke and you just made it make sense. It's a lot of men out there who play the stepdaddy role, who talk real fathers because they're in the house and they get credit for just going home, like Zach
Thank
said.
you.
But that is not what Russell Wilson, from what we know, has been doing. He has literally been raising this boy from his small age up into the little man he is now. Russell Wilson has been an active father in this child's life. Where I'm still trying to figure out where he deserves any smoke for
At the
what he
beginning
has
of the
done.
relationship.
That's not on him. That's on Sierra.
Okay, there it is.
That's on him.
All right, there you
That's
go.
not on Sierra. That's on Sierra.
Okay,
and
I
guess
fair.
what?
That's fair.
And guess what? It ain't even on Sierra if Future ain't doing his job. Because guess what? I'd rather a man that's willing to raise my
But
child
what if it don't
be
work
in
out,
the
though?
picture. It's working out.
But it
It's
did.
working out.
How many times have you seen it? Like we said, Kim
But as
Kardashian
far
did the
as-
same
as
thing.
far as- we're
Pete
talking about
Davidson
Russell.
came in, was loving the hell out of Northwest.
talking about
He ain't
Russell.
on nothing though.
We talking about Russell.
But I'm saying she called all the ladies are living through the Russell Wilson Sierra situation,
yes.
Kiki.
Yes.
And
Because that's the ideal situation.
It's ideal. It's you have to admit that doesn't happen all
No,
the time.
it doesn't
Thank
happen.
you. That's all I'm saying.
But the issue here, the question that got people fired up was, why do men have so much smoke for Russell Wilson and none for Future? That was the original question.
Okay.
Your original comment was you wanted to smack him in the face or whatever because of how he acted.
No, I didn't, Russ, I don't want no problems, bro. I just said,
I'm just trying
I said
to
if I was
figure
Future, I would have.
what did Russell exactly do wrong here? And y'all still can't. I don't see what he's done wrong.
And that's where I want to step in, because that's where I have to apologize to Russell, because he got unnecessary smoke, and that's what I keep trying to say. And this is why I say Kiki set me up, because
She did though.
That's crazy.
because she keeps asking about Russell.
That's what we
when
were talking about.
When she know I'm fired up about stepdaddies and daddies in general. So my comments are general comments, but it seems like it's about Russell, and Russell has done what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets confusing. It's like I'm speaking for fathers who are trying to be in their kids' life, and then the stepdads who do too much when you trying to be in their life and try to dish you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you ask about Russell, it's like, oh, you hating on Russell. No, I'm not.
Well,
talking
no,
about,
because you called him
about Russell.
corny. Okay, y'all said he was corny. Y'all said he was
said-
lame for what he said in the interview.
I said it was
Because
extra.
I want y'all to just, like you just said.
I ain't got no smoke for Russell. I got smoke for dudes. I got smoke for moms and guys who try to erase the biological father.
As you should.
I've been in situations where the woman I was with was trying to do that to another man, and I said, hey, that's his daughter. Let him see his child. I was literally advocating for a man of a child that was living in my house that I was taking care of.
Right.
Okay? So with no help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What he's saying is, stop real quick.
And I was
That's
still,
the trap.
and what I'm trying to say is I was
What's the
still
trap?
advocating for the other man, because it's certain man things that
Right.
go on,
Come on,
as
man.
a man that you do.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
That-
I never stopped.
But again,
That's the
my
trap.
question was about because I'm not gonna let you say I set you up. Let's be real. My question was about Russell Wilson.
I'm bringing it to
y'all
that.
went in on Russell Wilson, so don't say
I'm
because the
bringing it-
same way
can I
y'all.
bring it back to
Can I
that?
just
No.
finish one thought?
Go ahead,
The same way y'all saying that women are looking at Sierra and it's representing all the hurt baby mamas. Y'all are looking at Russell Wilson and it's representing all the hurt baby daddies. It's the same thing.
I don't think so.
Y'all projecting you're projecting your feelings towards stepfathers onto Russell Wilson. That was the topic at hand. I was not trying to set you up. We were literally talking about Russell's comments in an interview where he said he felt like God told him it was his duty to take care of this child. From that, y'all projected all of the stepdaddy issues onto that topic, and that's how we got there.
So what I'm trying to, can I respond to that?
You can.
Kiki, but can you move the goalpost so well. You are the spin doctor.
Bro.
You are the spin doctor, G.
Can I respond to that? Let me respond to it real quick.
Okay, cool.
Real quick. I guess what I'm trying to say is, when I was talking about advocating for another man to see his child while I was taking care of him.
Yes.
What I was saying was, even the fact I've done nothing wrong. If I didn't advocate for him, I would still be looked at as a good man. You see what I'm saying? If I didn't advocate for him and I just was like, nah, F that, and just continue taking care of the child and posting the child and doing all these things, the world would look at it like, oh, he's doing this thing. Why are you mad at him?
And they should.
And it's not necessarily about it, but I'm saying, as a man who's been in that situation, you know when you're kind of being used in that middle ground part, and when you're in the beginning and you are blending families, you got, as a man, as a stepdad, as a good guy, you have to be able to have enough you have to have enough, I guess, sense to kind of please your woman and do right by the child, but yet don't let her use you as a pawn because she's mad at the man. And what I'm trying to say is, Russell in the beginning didn't feel like, what I felt like, didn't say, hey, I don't think we should post this. You know, it's still soon. We early in the relationship. Yes. Let's not post that. And I'm still there for him. And I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Right. And I think that's my issue.
Right. Okay.
That's all I'm
saying. And that I understand. However, I will like to disagree that I don't still feel like it's Russell's responsibility to monitor that. I feel like it's the mother's responsibility to monitor that. But I feel as though we are still giving Russell and stepdaddies like Russell, the ones who do the job and don't give the deadbeat father credit, we're still not addressing the deadbeat father.
Kiki, you're not what you're doing is you're moving the goalpost, babe.
Okay, how?
Because you're not. What you're doing is you're looking at the end results. That's what you're looking at. Because you know the end of the story. Hindsight is 20/20. Okay. You know the end result. He did what he's supposed to do because Russell came in and look. They married. They got kids. They did this. He did what he's supposed to.
Yes.
What I'm saying is what we're talking about, where we had the issue of it at, and even Future himself talked about this, where the issue was at the beginning of the relationship. Okay. There is a way that you handle it. If you had sole custody of the kid, it's a way that you handle the new girlfriend. Yes. With your your child doesn't meet everybody.
I agree.
It's a certain thing that people do. And I think that's what it is. It said Russell should have known. He made a mistake, but it worked out. All he had to do was say, hey, I'm not gonna be used as a pawn, because obviously we know Sierra was pissed at Future. We know she was pissed at him. You could tell. I'm gonna be here, but we're gonna ease this in. There's a right way to do things, because again, there's no difference than the Kim Kardashian situation. Pete Davidson looks like a good guy. From all looks at it, he was all in with Kim and being a good guy to them kids. What happens was it didn't work out between the adults, and now the kids have to disconnect from Pete. And you could see they rocked with Pete. Yeah. Pete looks like a fun guy. They rock with Pete. And now there's another guy. Let's say that doesn't work out. You didn't introduce him to your kids. What happens is, which I've been a part of, which I've said in some situations that I've had, hey, what you're doing is you're devaluing. You don't even see that you're devaluing me, because now our children are going to look at men as, hey, they'll be here for a little bit, then they'll be gone. Yeah. And even my daddy was here for a little bit, and now he's gone. And he'd be here for a little bit, instead of there's this one standard figure until there's a person that has proven themselves worthy. You don't have kids yet, but I'm sure you can understand. You're an auntie. You know that is your biggest asset in the world is a child. People won't even let people drive their cars but they'll let somebody hang out with their kids. You won't let somebody come up and spend the night in your house.
Right.
But you'll let somebody hang around your kids.
Right.
You won't even let somebody wear your favorite pair of shoes, but you will introduce them to your goddamn kids. It don't make sense sometimes. Right. All I'm saying is there's a way to do it early on. What Sierra has worked out. It does not happen in real life. We're able to see it worked out. But in most times, some of y'all don't. This is the crazy thing. Some of y'all taking the Sierra prayer, y'all don't even go to church. Y'all don't even go to church. Y'all don't even go to church. I want to let you know. I want to let you know. Hey, look, they doing the Sierra prayer and step foot in church. They ain't even step foot in church. I want to let you know. I'm saying I ain't gonna tell you God ain't gonna bless you, but you're probably down the list a little bit.
This man is nuts. He's sick. He's sick.
I would like to think that God gonna show me a little more favor to going in the house. And then somebody that ain't been there for 5 years, I got to be first on the list on the blessings. I got to be ahead of him. Y'all doing this hair breasted and ain't going in church. Y'all, since your mama stopped making you dress up for Easter Sunday, get out my face, lady. All right, I'm sorry.
Wow. Now that is how you move the goalposts.
All right. We spent enough time on this. Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Kiki, because I know, and Zach, I know. I just really got on it today, really. The Diddy, the new, they really, let everything out in the case. For real. Mm-hmm. And it seems like nasty work. Can you explain to everybody?
It is I'm scared of Diddy. Okay? I'm terrified. They say sleep tight, don't let Diddy bite. I'm dead serious about that. I read that on Facebook, and I live by that now. Okay, when I go to bed at night, I say my Sierra prayer, and
you go to church.
I say my Sierra prayer, and I say, Lord, don't let Diddy bite. So you're not gonna get too much out of me about this. I've already told y'all this is a serious case. But the fact that Diddy posted something on his Instagram today talking about God is good and he loved God and he want to give God the glory. Then he was photographed walking out of a restaurant with both of his sons smiling and taking pictures for the paparazzi. So I think Diddy didn't handle something, and it's about to get announced shortly that everything is gonna be good with Brother Love, and I want to be on the right side of the Bad Boy Records. I don't want no smoke with you, Mr. Puffy. So I am just gonna say, hey, whatever whatever they do is whatever they do. But Diddy seemed to be in very good spirits in the last 24 hours. So I don't know who went missing. But
okay.
I'm just saying.
Zach, what do you think? I really have a thought.
I don't know much about the case.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same thing we were talking about last pod with the guy Rodney Jones. He's I guess some people say he's a music producer. Other blogs were saying that he was a videographer. And now what has happened is the paperwork has hit the blog. So we all see all of these different names and these alleged allegations against people. And we're like, yo, it looks nasty. But like you said, to your point, if Diddy's smiling and walking around, it's probably been handled. Yep. And I mean, they say, one thing what I do think is weird, though, is some of the stuff they were bringing back, old clips, like Usher and things of that nature. When you take these interviews out of context and out of the time frame of when it happened, during the time, they making it bad that Usher was hanging out with Diddy at 13.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh.
But I don't.
Ain't no. How many 13-year-old friends you got, Tom?
Exactly.
None.
That's hanging out at your house.
None. But if I'm
having parties, that ain't. Music or not. No.
You don't think they live? Oh, so you don't think that Usher, Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, child actors, you don't think that they live a different type of life? They're not normal 13 and 14-year-olds because they're forced to live somewhat. They have one foot in the child world and one foot in the adult world. Now, I don't think they should be doing anything sexual at an adult world, but they're performing in nightclubs. They're performing late at night when they should be sleeping. They're homeschooled. I'm not saying it's okay what was going on, but I'm saying there is that the entertainment is a little different.
I don't care if you're entertainment, the circus, the zoo. I don't care where you work.
Not the circus.
Shouldn't no grown-ass man be housing a 13-year-old living a wild life?
That's true.
Out.
That's fair.
I don't. It
That's
just
fair.
shouldn't
That's
be
fair.
happening.
That's fair.
At 13.
That's fair.
That's wild.
That's fair.
Okay, and I don't think the interviews that you talking about are out of context. I think they right in context. I think they just show to what they was talking about. I saw, what's my man name?
I don't think Diddy was sexually abused. That's an alleged accusation of him saying.
I didn't say nobody was sexually abused.
Right.
All I know is Usher said that he was at Diddy house when he was 13. That's what Usher said. Okay, and then Howard Stern asked Usher, "Would you let your kids be at Diddy house at 13?" And he said, "Hell no." Okay, he gave him a look like, "Hell no."
Would you let your kids do some of the stuff that you did?
My child can do everything I've done.
Ooh.
My child can do everything I've done. And I haven't done anything where I feel like my son's life or something is in danger. Okay? Have I made some bad decisions? Absolutely. But do I want my son to go through the same mistakes or something that I've been through? No. Okay? Or some of the pitfalls that I've had. But that's why I'm here, to give him some wisdom. But would I let him stay at another grown man's house as a young teenager?
No, I wouldn't.
That's just ridiculous to me.
That wouldn't happen.
It just ain't gonna happen.
No.
I know what type of lifestyle.
But
he's
do you
on.
agree that happens? Do you
Yes,
think
it
that
happens,
child actors?
but I think it's wrong.
I mean, do you think that child actors? Let me ask you this: do you think child actors and children that are entertainers it's a different type of 13-year-old? Not saying that none of this stuff that you said is wrong.
Fast. A lot of them, listen, sister was homeschooled, and they grow up faster. And yes, you have to kind of live in an adult world, but you still need to go home to your mom and daddy.
That's true.
Or go home to a guardian that is of, somebody who's actually looking out for the best interest.
And
of
in
you.
Usher's defense, his mother did send him to Diddy as a guardian. She thought that he would be a positive mentor to help Usher get adjusted to the entertainment business. Back then.
So,
Knowing what she know now, I'm sure she would not have sent her son to live with Diddy, but she didn't know that back
Well, I
then.
thought she was trusting the record exec.
No,
Andre Harrell?
Yes, and Harrell sent him to Diddy house.
Well, no, she sent her son to live with Diddy.
And
She knew
if
it
you
was.
know anything
That's
about
wild.
Usher, he's tight with him and his mama. His mama basically crafted the career. And most like my friend Jason Weaver, like they mamas craft their career, not in a bad way, and then never putting them in a dangerous situation.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. I think you got to look at what
Russell Wilson need to be there. Or
No,
something.
I mean, you
We
think
need a good man there.
Look at what
Please.
Diddy was doing at that time.
Leave Russell out of this.
Diddy was one of the biggest artists biggest producer. You looked at like Diddy didn't have no they would say rumor about the Pac stuff, but other than that, Diddy was squeaky clean as far as I make an artist.
Stay with no grown ass man that I don't know like
That's
that.
true.
That's true.
Who's in the fast life? I don't
That's
care
true.
who. I don't care
That's
how many records you produce. That's wild.
That's true.
I'm not okay. I'm not even gonna say that.
Don't say it.
Okay.
No, don't say it. We're gonna stay away.
No, don't say it, because then whatever he say,
All right,
he
no,
get
I'ma
in
say
trouble
it.
for it's gonna be
She
my
said
fault.
say it. I'ma
I
say it.
told him to say it, gun to his head, all that. Don't say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Don't even say it.
Forget it. I'm gonna say it now because it's the pod. We're here, right?
Yeah.
All I've said is this: if those parents who allowed their children, their 14-year-old girls, 15-year-old girls, to go backstage with R. Kelly because they want them to get signed, they're wrong for that. I don't feel like that's right in no way, shape, or form. Just like I don't feel like it's right. Just because they the same sex, no young teenager should be going with no grown ass man. Would you let your teenage child go stay at who's popping now? Lil Baby house?
No. But think about
No
this.
shade
Think
to
about
Lil
this.
Baby.
Think
I don't know
about think
why
about this
Lil
though, from a sports perspective.
Right.
Think about it from a sports perspective. Like there's coaches that take people's kids and go and take them on trips to a whole team of young men, and this coach who's obviously helped these kids.
That's a team of young men going.
No,
on a trip. That's not the same.
No,
thing, Tony.
so you never heard of? I think Kevin Durant. I think his dad or something. I don't know what the thing was, but it was a coach that was in his life that he spent a lot of time with and would stay
Coaches
over
are
there.
like father figures. I know coaches that have adopted kids. But
So what's the? You got a music executive that knows the business, that's squeaky clean, that doesn't have anything on him back then. What do you think?
Everybody's creeps. You got to think about it, Zach. I understand now with looking now. Yes, we all feel like
I'm just being devil's advocate.
Now that everybody's been exposed as being as creeps, we understand that now. But when you look back in the day, Chris Stokes had a whole house full of children, young boys, that he was allegedly grooming to be whatever. And, when you look at him, Immature, IMX, B2K, these all are successful acts, Janae Aiko, that their parents sent them under the mentorship of these people to craft their career. So, yes, I could see how parents were like, hell no, I'm not sending my child with R. Kelly. Now, that's different, okay? So let's clear that up. Okay. That's different. Those parents have no excuse. But back in the 90s, when they were putting together boy bands and girl groups and you wanted your child to be a part of that, it was not abnormal to send your child off to these homes or with these people so that they can teach them how to be superstars. Wasn't abnormal back then. Today, I think everybody's a little molesty. So my kids ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Everybody's a little molesty. So I don't want nobody. My kids ain't going over nobody's house. So, but that's now. Back then, it wasn't as
y'all can't
prominent
get me
as
with that, and I'm gonna go against exactly everything y'all saying right now, because back in the day, I grew up in that time, and just asking to spend the night over somebody's house from your school, your mama be like, "Let me speak to him."
Yeah.
Do I know him?
Yes.
Hell no, I ain't been over there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna let your child live at a famous person's house, you ain't been over there, you ain't checked it out, you ain't seen, like, it's a lot that goes.
You don't know that though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Parents have been cautious of letting their child spend the night letting their children be out of their care.
Yes.
Our whole lives.
Same for me. I couldn't spend the night nowhere. They had to come over my house. But
why you think that was a rule established? And they weren't even famous.
But those parents trusted my parents. You get what I'm saying? So all predators, they create a level of trust with all of their victims. So it's not, you can't fault all parents for the issues that have happened, the things that have happened to their child. Usher's mother, I'm sure, thought she was doing a very good thing by sending her son off to live with Diddy. I'm sure, like B2K mama and them thought that was great to go send them over there to be. They were superstars. They didn't think the man was a molester.
Allegedly.
I just think when money is involved, people's judgment get a little.
Now that's true.
Little less than what it normally would be if
that's
money
true.
wasn't involved.
That's true.
When you used to be like, "Oh, your son, I'm gonna send him out here, but I'm gonna take care of this." It gets a little different.
That's true.
That's what I think.
I totally agree with Kiki, Zach. I get what you're doing. I think same thing Kiki was doing with the Russell Wilson thing. I think that you look in 2020 right now. You thinking like hindsight is 2020. You can, but back then in that time frame, I think that's what it was. That was just a normal thing. And now that we know, we've seen this story play out. We've seen this story play out. We've seen that story play out. I'm like, of course, I'm going to think now everybody molested, and I'll be like, nah, I'm cool on it.
So we going to act like things weren't happening. People been on trial for touching kids since back then, too. Michael Jackson was on trial. What was the little dude? What was the little boy?
I don't remember Michael Jackson.
I
don't like talking about
I don't like
people.
talking about Michael Jackson. You know Michael Jackson from Gary. You know what I'm saying?
And your mama would have sent you to Michael Jackson house in a heartbeat. She was like, you want to go to Never Never Land?
First of all.
Yeah.
You could. Your mama, you like,
Yes.
I'm singing, and Michael Jackson, and she knew Mike from Gary.
Yep.
Y'all knew she knew Mike mama from Gary. Y'all be like, and my baby trying to sing, and Mike say, hey, come to the house. I'm going to teach your son how to sing.
Obviously don't
you
know
and your
Merle.
Gary ass would have been right up in there playing with Bubbles.
You
like,
Hey,
Bubbles.
Hey,
Let me tell y'all
Bubbles.
something. Y'all must not know Merle.
No.
Because Merle would have been in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Merle would have dropped me off and said, well, you can come over there, but I'm coming to get you at 6. I swear. I'm going to get you before bedtime. I know my mama.
No,
she
for
would have
real.
let me come over there, but she would have picked me up before it was time to go to sleep. Because that's what protective parents do.
Say, okay, let's just put it into perspective. Say little Noah want to play basketball. And LeBron James say, send Noah on out here for the summer so I could get him ready for camp. You not going to send Noah?
The line.
Send it Noah is on the Greyhound on his way to Uncle LeBron's house. So please stop. Please stop.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
I wish I could lie to you. I want to lie to you so bad right now. I want to tell you. I mean, I want to stand on it.
Right. So look,
but LeBron got a wife, kids. He's a good dude.
So did Chris Stokes.
That's so nasty.
Ooh,
that is so nasty.
Did I lie?
But Diddy, you know he out here wild.
He'll try to bring Diddy back.
I'm telling you,
you know he out here drinking Cristal.
No, man, was not that. You got to remember what Diddy was looking like. Diddy was on MTV making the band.
As a young entrepreneur, black entrepreneur,
bro, he was
college graduate. He was raised by a single mother.
What?
You know, he made it out.
It was one of them.
You don't want to party?
Now they tearing him up. He wanted to party, but it was like you didn't even know. I'm going to tell you, the Diddy parties, you didn't even know about them really. He sent these elaborate invites. Like, I only saw one of them in my life. They was like the Willy Wonka golden tickets. You like, yo, you getting this? And it was all celebrities. It was all, so now we know, allegedly, it was a different type of time. But I want to let you know, like at that time frame when Usher was there, Diddy was... That was top of the top for real.
Yes.
That was top of the top. It wasn't like, I mean, you had people like Jay-Z, but Jay-Z wasn't even, he didn't get to everybody. Diddy was the king of New York, flat out. Mm-hmm. Then it was Jay, then it was Fifth. And when you could kind of compare them to being the king, and pretty much a lot of the times, the person that ran New York, or so to speak, ran New York, was the person for the culture. Even as big as the West Coast guy, in the sense of you had like Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was king of the West Coast, but I mean, like, was Dr. Dre big in culture like Diddy? I don't know. I don't think so. When Diddy was at his height, I don't know. He was big. I mean, I just think a lot of us looked at different from time perspective because we know what it is. All right, let's go ahead and get to this. This is interesting. Joe Budden says that the time for female rap has passed, except for a few artists like Lotto and some other artists. He said, but basically, you know, hey, I'm going to just come out with a quick record and everybody just going to be on it. It's passed for women rappers. What do you think, Kiki? Why you looking at me
I totally disagree.
Okay.
You
must have saw this clip.
I did. I totally disagree. And to make that type of statement when Pump It Up was your last hit is wild.
You can't do that to him.
I can. I love Joe Budden.
I
love Joe Budden. He's a great rapper, right? But he ain't had a hit in years. So now what makes you the person? I know it's the light skinned bald head delegation. I understand. But what makes you qualified to determine when female hip hop is over? Like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? And we all get in trouble sometimes when we sit in front of these microphones too much. Like, sometimes we need a hiatus or a break. And I think when you start making blank statements like that, that's wild. To make something like that when Nicki just had a #1 album and is selling out her tour around the country, female.
They said like a few one, like Nicki's one of those.
It's always a few. It's a few male hip hops that's popping, rappers that's popping. It's never gonna be you know what I'm saying? Like, it's usually only one that's sitting on top for females and men now, y'all kind of, it's usually one. So for you to say it's only a few, like, okay, I mean, what? It don't make no sense. Nicki Minaj is like, stop, like, she's what? Now if you want to take a little shot at Cardi and Megan or whatever, you can do that, but they've been consistent since they came out. They've been consistent. So I don't see where there's an issue. I don't see where all the quotable songs that are popping are the girls. Glorilla, the realest rapper out right now. So I don't.
She had a dud.
Male
she had
or female,
a couple duds, and then she got that Yeah Glow that came back with. So I'm happy for her. Way to go.
She ain't had no duds to me. Glorilla been
that
hot.
Little two-step, the Steppy song was not that one.
Okay. Glorilla been hot since she came out.
I ain't say she lost she didn't lose no heat off of that, but even the best have dropped some duds.
I mean, we can worry about Glorilla, or we can ask what's going on with Lil Baby. Because that's who I thought was next for y'all.
Let's talk about it. I hate that. I hate that Joe Budden said that because he drew a division in hip hop, like it's men versus women. In reality, hip hop is suffering as a whole, and whoever can hold the flag up let's try to support them because people been missing from Da Baby, Lil Baby. Women have missed too, and that's because it's so hard to put out stuff and keep going. It's hard to be somebody who consistently comes out with hits after every time. Like I thought that was a terrible statement because he actually, I saw him it seemed like in the clip he said it and then people started naming people and then he went back and said, well, they popping.
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm saying.
You just named 3 people who ain't went you just named 3 female rappers that you think are still gonna be here.
Yes.
So that's those 3 aren't enough to carry the torch for female rap. Like what are we talking about? What 3? It's like you just said. It's 3 dudes who probably popping. You know what I'm saying? The dudes, and the thing is, I'm gonna say it. Women don't get as much life to have in between records. That's why I'm happy Cardi's taking her time because Kendrick Lamar can drop that music.
There's no woman rapper that's like Kendrick, except for maybe Nicki. Stop. You can't even make that comparison. It's apples or oranges. No, you can't.
Yes, I can. What I'm saying is this: you ain't even heard the damn comparison.
Okay.
You ain't know the comparison.
That's that Joe Budden jumping out of him.
All I'm saying is all I'm saying is
Budden.
Kendrick Lamar can put out an album and wait 4, 5, 6 years. And nobody even questions if he's falling off.
And we don't play one song on the radio.
Ain't played him, ain't looked for him, ain't heard from him. And nobody questions the validity of him being relevant.
Come on now.
But a woman, they drop, now it's, y'all done. Y'all done.
You're podding now.
You need to put something out. Cardi getting cold. She ain't putting nothing out.
That's right.
Cardi's first album went platinum. Cardi's first album had just as many hits as other people's albums. But how come we give this long ass break for the rappers we like? All it is, tell the truth. I'm sick of who don't like them artists. You judging you don't like them people's music. Just say you don't like the ass shaking, quick club music. Just say that, and you only respect the women rappers who you feel are deemed MCs. That's really what it's about, because you'll give an MC in your mind so much time, but the other ones you don't.
Yep.
There's a couple things to unpack now that I heard the damn comparison. Is that it's you give those to the bigger artists, the better artists. Cardi B has earned it. I don't think everybody's just wanting for Cardi the same way they do with Kendrick, the same way we doing with J. Cole. Cardi is top tier in when you talking about female rappers right now. Even off of just one really body of work, we all rock with everything she's done. So she's gotten the time that a Kendrick's gotten. She's gotten the time that a J. Cole's gotten. I think male and female, what you're saying is true. I don't think it just goes to the female. You always want to hear what's going on, what's happening. I do think that I also agree with what you said with the fact that that hip hop itself is struggling because everybody. A lot of the younger rappers are sounding the same. Like T-Pain said it, and it was one of the truest statements we ever heard. We already got a Lil Baby. We already got Da Baby. We already got Dirk. We already got Rod Wave. We already got Future. But for some reason, everybody, and we already got a Playboy Cardi. For some reason, and Trav, those 7... Them 7 and Lil Uzi Vert, those 8, everybody it's a lot of the younger people like, yo, let me try to get on, and they sounded like them. They using the same plug-in. They using the same auto-tone, some of the same, instead of coming out with some of their own original ideas. The originality is at a standstill right now. Do I think it's going to come back? Of course I do. But I just think right now, that's why you seeing the women came in because it was an original sound. Instantly. Glorilla, that's an original sound. We ain't heard that before, and we definitely heard it from a chick. Meg came in. We ain't heard it. We ain't heard somebody that had that 8-bar MJG kind of flow from Texas that's a chick. We ain't heard that before. Cardi B, a New York. So a lot of the chicks came in when all the guys was trying to, in my opinion, run hustles They weren't true artists and true musicians. They wanted to get famous so they could slide in people's DMs and get and mess with chicks that they would never give them time for, and go get jewelry and run cars, opposed to artistry that you just had to get out. You saw Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop. That was something she had to get out. Lotto, we've been watching her since she was a kid. That was something she had to get out. Nicki Minaj. So the people that's sticking, male or female, are real artists. Mm-hmm. They're real artists. I just think it's a problem in hip hop period. In a creative space, it's at a standstill right now. Other than that, I mean, I wouldn't say would the women be finished. I don't agree with Joe with saying the women are finished. I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree.
And I mean, a lot of people say hip hop is in a bad place. I don't think we appreciate the art.
It's a hustle. It became a hustle.
Yeah, we don't appreciate the art that's out. Mm-hmm. We want everything real quick, and then we complain about it not being good. If I gotta make a meal in a microwave, it's not gonna be as good as if I put it in a crock pot. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
like,
Kiki.
So therefore, right now, and so it's not gonna be as good. But I can't. To me, hip hop is in a great place. I think we are the culture. We are what's popular. Everybody wants to sound like us. I mean, when you compare us to other genres, the only other genre rocking is country. Pop, for sure, they ain't doing what they supposed to do.
Yeah, I say over that now.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I just think we give hip hop a hard time.
I just felt like Joe was giving women a hard time because he don't like that type of sound, and he wants it to be over.
That's fair. All right, let's take a last bit. I want to ask Zach and then Kiki check in on this one. Tyreek Hill debates about Rick Ross. Now, the Rick Ross situation, he was like, yo, I can't mess with Rick Ross because he was filming. Was Rick in the wrong in this situation for filming his house on social media and not calling him first?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because he was joking about don't joke about my house being on fire. He talking about, I found out it's an electrical fire. Well, you ain't no firefighter. And this is my real house, and you know me. Stop playing with me, Rick Ross. Stop playing with me. I found out nobody was in there, and I came over here to check on them. I had to leave my lemon pepper wings. I left my
ranch sauce.
My ranch sauce. I left the corn. I was like, don't turn my tragedy into your commercial. That's what he did, and he was really just posting. Sometimes Ross just like to post because he just like to be doing stuff. And Tyreek ain't he not wrong for feeling away. Like, hey man, my house on fire. You playing? Stop playing me with your fat ass.
Yeah. He ain't start the fire.
I know, but stop playing with me before I come over there and push you down your heel. Because that's something you do. It ain't a fight, but he should push him. He should make Ross scrape his knee. Like, you ain't like trip him a little bit. It shouldn't be like it ain't beef.
That's wrong.
But leave me alone. Now.
Kiki, would you have to film this? Would you have done this?
As the friend who thinks everything is funny and films everything and thinks everything is something for social media, I absolutely would have been Rick Ross in this situation. And then I would have went home like, why is Tone in his feelings? That was great content. That was hilarious. I would have thought it was so funny. And you at home like, my fucking house is on fire. Like, why would she think that's funny? But that's the problem. So I am learning in my journey, everything is not funny and everything is not for social media. Even if I think it's for social media, I am learning this for real. Like in active real time, I have been learning to like everything, like everybody not for the cameras like you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down with it all. Like put it all up there. Everybody's not like that. And so in this case, Ross was wrong. He was wrong. And I would have went home and I would have apologized to him. I still would have posted it, but I would have apologized. I would have
called him and posted though.
So right.
I definitely would have come like, yo, G, your house on fire. And then I would have been like, man, y'all see this is crazy, man. Tyreek house on fire. That's nuts. What's going on over there? I hope everybody all right.
Yeah. See, I would have been
you
outside.
Ain't called the fire department.
Live streaming.
You was live streaming.
I would have been outside.
I would have definitely hit Tyreek first though. Like, gee, I don't want to. I'm the friend that would have called you and said, hey man, I don't know what's going on with your house, but it's police cars, fire departments, it's smoke. I think it's a fire.
You're considerate like that.
And then I definitely would have filmed it. I wouldn't have did the lemon pepper coming because he was trying to be funny and then he gonna say I put down my ranch.
Lemon pepper wings.
The ranch is what got me.
And then I hate when he said, the dark smoke. You can tell it's an electric fire. I said, you an asshole.
It's so funny though. Like he didn't mean no harm.
Yeah.
He didn't mean no harm.
No, he don't. He
didn't mean
Kiki,
harm, but he still need to get pushed.
He right. Kiki is right though. He is the dude that he's the friend that's gonna make crack a joke on everything. You can't tell him nothing. If you in a bad mood and your girl left you, he gonna probably make a joke about it. He can't help it. That's just we all had that friend that you gotta just like, I can't tell him my bad news until I'm over it.
Yeah. Yes.
Until I'm over it.
Because he ain't gonna take it serious.
He ain't gonna take it
They ain't
serious.
gonna take it like you can't tell me when you in a fraternity, like, I mean, you don't know how some noobs gonna act, you know how some alphas gonna act if you like, man, I broke up with my girl. And then it's gonna be something you learn it fast. Hey man, I broke up with my girl. Man, for real, that's crazy. And then you in the house chilling, you in the cabin house chilling, watching TV. Hey Tom, what your lonely ass doing up in here, man? Go hoop or something.
Yeah.
You like,
I got
so hey y'all, Tom lonely as a bug.
I got a line brother be like, she getting her black blown out right now.
Oh my God.
By a whole nother, I know exactly who would say that.
Oh my God.
He wild. He would say that. He'd be like getting that beat up. You'd be like, man, my girl left. He'd be like, that's because you was hitting her with that weak stroke. I know exactly what he gonna say.
See the type of stuff that men gotta go
That's
through.
what-
That's not. I mean, yes.
He gonna be like, you know you couldn't say. That's what men gonna do. They gonna mess with each other.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's go ahead. Final thoughts, Kiki.
I'm exhausted, and I am. I just need the pod fam to pray for me, because I have just feel like I have been fighting for my life, and I don't know what else y'all want from me. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever been in a place where it's like, I have given you the best thing that I have, the best thing that you have.
Oh my.
It's right in front of your face.
Oh my God.
And I don't know what else to do.
Oh my God.
So I just need y'all to keep me in prayer because I'm getting close to losing it. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got. Wrap this up before I get to
All right, let's go. All right, y'all, let's go.
I'm tired.
Final thoughts?
Tired.
I ain't got no final thought, but
Oh.
All right, guys.
My
Make sure you
final
follow
thought
the pod. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Get it there.
because they call me a deadbeat a lot on the last comment.
they talk.
And I just want to say that I'm not a deadbeat.
Nah.
You know how I know I'm not a deadbeat? Because I carry a lunchbox to work every day.
What that got to do with anything?
How many deadbeat dads got a lunchbox?
Not a lot.
None.
You know why? Because they can order Uber Eats because they ain't paying for nothing.
They ain't paying for nothing.
They ain't paying for a damn
So,
thing.
Ha
That's a good one. Mm-hmm.
Final thought, Zach cursed at me during the show, so after this pod, I'm going to punch him in the stomach.
I didn't even remember.
He did, yeah. He said, I ain't finished the damn comparison. He did. He cursed me. He know
You see. So y'all see the roles here, right?
He cursed me.
Tone is gonna hold a. He's a Gemini. He don't let go
held
of
that
nothing.
the whole part.
The whole part. I didn't forget. You didn't
I
forget.
didn't even know.
Ryder, did you even remember? Ryder didn't even remember.
And Ryder remember everything.
And this Gemini he got beef. Now he gonna have beef with Zach for the next 3 weeks. Just so y'all know.
I'm going to punch Zach in his stomach and it'll be over with. It'll be cool. So he can take it.
I got to get beat up.
He can take it.
I'm pressing charges.
Oh, no,
And like
Gemini.
Zach said, some stuff you don't need to have beef for. He just gonna get pushed.
Right. So yes. Oh God.
He just gonna get pushed.
Jose.
Oh my gosh. Guys, hey, make sure, things you guys probably not doing, don't forget when you watch the pod, thumbs up again on all platforms. Just thumbs up. That's all we need you to
Subscribe.
like it. That and subscribe. That helps build the pod up. We appreciate everybody that's in Chicago that's watching and listening, and the people out of Chicago that's watching and listening. We appreciate you. Shout out to you. You are dope for that. All right. With that being said, what more can we say?